Welcome everybody to the JK But Gay Show. We're so excited for today and also not because it's our season finale.
Season 2 finale.
I'm excited because it's like, we did it.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
Can you believe it?
I know, season 2. It went by so fast.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I can't believe it's already going to be August.
I know.
And I'm like, God damn, at this point in time, it is August.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's August already.
Yeah.
Time has flown by. We're talking about Friends today.
Yeah. So we started our first.
We started our show.
Yeah.
Was based off of starting this being two gay Latino friends, best friends at that, and so we're.
Well, we were when we started. I'm kidding.
Oh, shit. My mind cannot go that fast anymore. But yeah, so we're going back to our roots.
Yeah.
As far as friends and gays and all of that. But how are you doing?
I'm good. It's been a busy day. We've done some filming today.
Yes.
It's our last day of filming. I'm emotional.
Oh,
I'm emotional just because it's been an amazing season. It's
really
been great. Because we started the first episode of the show talking about friends and what it was like having gay friends, because there are a lot of gays that don't have very many gay friends.
Right.
And we're excited to talk about this because we've learned a lot along the way, but then we've also learned that some of the things that we were dealing with are sort of everlasting problems.
Yeah.
Which brings me into my first question. So, why do you think gay men see each other as competition?
I just remember like when we first talked about it, one of the things is like when we grow up, we are told like this is bad, this is not good or whatnot. And so we're all trying to fight against that.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is some level of, I don't know, I want to say fight or anger, I guess we can say. And like, while we all have we have an amazing community, but I feel like sometimes our trauma from growing up gay impacts how we communicate with one another. It impacts the way we're friends, the way we interact with others and other individuals. But I mean, what about like what is your thought process on that whole thing?
I think for me, it's hard. How do we expect gays to love each other when they're having trouble loving themselves? And I think we get that. We've understood that. We've understood that ourselves. And we've seen it with, even in the stories that we've heard. I think something that was really interesting is that we heard about that competition aspect in literally every guest episode that we had this season. Yeah. We had influencers, we had drag queens, we've had trans women come on, and they all talked about this sort of competition that they felt within their own communities and not feeling supported 100% of the time. And that's something that I wanted to make sure, hopefully we're putting something in people's minds so that when they're thinking about their relationships with their friends, that they're asking themselves, am I being supportive? Yeah. Am I not looking at this as a competition? How can I be useful to my friends? How can I be helpful? Because I think that's what's going to make us all better. And I think it's do you ever compete with me?
No, not really. Like I see things that like, and it's not necessarily saying with you, but I'm trying to think like in the grand scheme of things, like, do I compete? And I mean, I'd be lying if I said no. Yeah. But it's more of like, how do I say it? I see other people's successes and I'm like, I am amazingly proud of that individual, or like, I can support them while also using that to kind of fuel myself to be like, okay, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Like, this is what I want to do. But I think that's more like my own internal competition that I have with myself.
That's motivating. I'm talking about competition where you're like, I want to be better than that. Because that sounds like motivating. That sounds like a good thing. What you're describing sounds like a good thing.
Well, in my head, though, it kind of does sound, or not, that does sound, I kind of do see it almost as competing. Okay. But it's not, well, I guess I'm going back a little bit on what I'm saying. But that motivation that I get when I see from my friends or the people around me, or even like just social media individuals, when I see people succeeding, I'm like, hell yes. Like, yeah, good for you. I love that. I'm supporting you. Like, you have my full support. But I'm also like, I want to do something better for myself too. Yeah. And what does that mean? And how does that look like to me is vastly different than whatever they're doing. But it's not necessarily competition, I would say.
Yeah, but I get that. I get really excited for my friends. Recently, I had a friend tell me that they got a promotion.
Yeah.
This morning when I woke up, that was the first thing I thought about. They told me yesterday. It was the first thing I thought about, like just excited. Like I was just like, oh my God, this is so freaking cool. Like I love this. I love that my friend's going to this. And I'm glad that I'm there because it requires a certain level of comfort in yourself to be able to be there. But it makes me just feel so happy for my friends and wanting to see them win and wanting to see them grow. And because I think about that because with you, I never felt the competition with you until the show started. And let me tell you why. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I remember the first season when we were sort of putting our social media clips and going up. Like, I wasn't saying or doing anything that was making us grow. Like, I felt like you were carrying the show. Like, for the first season and the first few episodes of it didn't, I told you, it didn't start, it didn't change. And I've told you this. You remember this?
About, well, like, when it was, the one thing I do remember was when, like, your face is on the thing, but I didn't take it as, or, like, my face is the, what do you call it? Like, a thumbnail.
Yeah. Oh, your face is always the thumbnail because you have the best reactions. But
yeah, but that's how I took it. Like, it was more just like the thumbnails.
No, to me, it wasn't a competition. It was like, why aren't you growing the show in the same way that Jake is? Does that make sense? I felt like you were the one growing the show, and I was just kind of like posting the clips on social media. But that happened because our first clips before, the whole first season, you were like. Now we're both really great, but you were on, and I like didn't have anything. Like I had no moments.
Yeah.
And so that whole break that I took, that whole time I spent studying myself, learning. And then now I feel like, okay, now we're at the same level where we're both contributing to the show. Yeah. But at the time it felt like I wasn't contributing to the show in the same way.
Got it. I don't know. I'm getting emotional actually.
Why?
I don't think I've ever had this reaction myself. Like I'm kind of like wondering what's happening.
What is it that's making you sad?
Like, if it's because it is because I feel like I unknowingly did something to you that made you.
You grew our show that we're building together.
But I don't see it like that.
But I'm telling you, that's what happened.
No, I know, and I hear you. But I'm like, I don't want you to feel like we are competing. Like,
No. I think that's what I think. Starting it with competing was my mistake. What I meant was I felt like I wasn't contributing in the same way that you were. Right. So that's different. I wasn't I got to compete more with Jake or I have to be higher than Jake. It was like, what are you doing to pull this show forward? What could you do? What could you be doing more to pull the show forward?
But even then, like I feel like I'm causing you. It's gonna be a strong word, but like I feel like I was unknowingly causing you pain.
But what happened because of that?
I mean, I'm gonna say it, and I want you to like tell me if it's wrong. But like, you were motivated probably to like.
But that's a good thing. Like you were just describing before.
I know, and
motivation is a good thing.
And that now I'm like, okay, I see it.
I wasn't like I hate Jake because he's no, I'm serious.
No, I know.
I wasn't like I hate Jake because he's promoting the show in a way that I'm not.
But so, two things. I don't know. I just got kind of sad because like I felt like I did something to you unknowingly, and like that's the worst thing.
You motivated me, and that's okay. It's okay for you to motivate somebody. You motivated me. I wasn't bitter. Yeah. I wasn't. It was just like, Kendrick, what are you doing that can cause the? And I think that's a result of us being in business together. Yeah, right. That's the result of what happens.
It is, and you're right. It is a very normal thing, I would say. But also the second thing is like. It's interesting because like I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like I was doing it. I actually felt literally the opposite.
On the first season?
Yeah. Like I just felt like I could do more or like I could talk more, I could relax more. And I guess now that you're saying it, like
I told you this though. We had this conversation where I said I studied the last 8 weeks between the shoot. I studied.
You definitely told me
and
that.
I was like, I'm coming.
Yeah. See, like even that, like I'm so proud of you for doing that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I should probably do the same thing.
After we get some rest, girl. It's been a busy season.
Oh yeah. No, but like going back to the overall like competitiveness, or if that's what we want to call it, right? It's not really competing because we're not doing it tit for tat type of thing. But like,
I think we would feel it if we did.
Oh yeah,
it wouldn't be fun.
Draining.
It wouldn't be fun.
It would be draining. But like now I'm like, I see you're doing it. Like I want to do that. Like, yeah, I'd like to go watch it. But like even more so, even for the season, like I remember early on, I remember feeling like I wasn't talking enough. Like I wasn't talking enough, and
it was a new dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it was something that I had to learn, and I was like, oh shit, like this is a lot.
I think better.
At the end, yes.
Yeah.
For season 2, I think the biggest component for me and the most difficult part for me was like I, it comes so naturally for you. I feel like from my perspective, like it's so natural for you coming from you. Like whenever you have somebody else or like having a guest, and I'm like, I want to match that.
But it wasn't so natural for me.
Really?
No, I studied. I told you're listening to me. I studied my ass off.
Yeah, I mean, but like I also do like the research and everything too.
Right.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about style is what I like.
No, yeah.
The part that you're talking about that's natural. That's the part like I'm like watching videos and like watching things like after. I told you there was moments through this season, which we'll get to, like our favorite moments of the season, but like where I devoted entire days to like how can I make sure that I'm matching the energy of the other person,
yeah,
so that we're able to maintain this. But that's a good segue into my question though.
Yeah.
How has the show changed our friendship?
I definitely think it's making us so much stronger.
Really?
I think it continues to make us stronger because yes, we have like as any business has or like any friendship has, like we have our ups and downs. And
damn, it's not that bad.
It's really not, but I'm just saying like
he's like, to me it is. It seemed very down to me.
No, not that, but like we go through things and we learn from them, and then we like, and by the learning of whatever happens, like that's what makes our dynamic and our connection and our friendship and relationship in general like makes it much more stronger from my perspective. But what about for you?
Yes, it absolutely made it stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also revealed weak spots that I didn't know existed with friends, the things that I want to change about myself. It's made me a better person. It's made me a sadder person, but I don't mean that in the way that it's coming off. I've cried a lot more about our friendship this season than I have last season, but I think that's a good thing. I'm telling myself that's a good thing. I think because it's told myself in my head, like, this is how you grow. This is how you feel better. This is how you evolve. I think you and I are really good about not being those friends that like go through rough patches. I feel like a lot of people have like friendships where they go through a lot of rough shit. But there was a moment where you and I did for like a few weeks, and it like made me feel, after it was over, I was like, okay, I feel much better now. Like I feel like, you know, like when things are going really great, in like a relationship and things aren't tested, that you're like, when is the ball gonna drop? Now I feel like I don't have to worry about the ball dropping. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like I feel like we worked through things.
Oh yeah.
But we'd never had before. We had never really had to work through things.
I feel like last season we did have like
not
a
like
time.
this. Not where I felt vulnerable. Last season I was getting used to the things that you're comfortable with. This season it was the opposite.
You were getting used
and
to
so it felt very different for me. It's a very different experience. Yeah. It's a very different level of vulnerability.
Yeah. No, I get that. But I think overall, like even I think like with us, our communication, that's also something that I know I've grown in.
Hell yeah.
And so like that's where I'm like, for anybody watching, like communication, when we say communication is key, I feel like it's such a what's the word? Cliche. But it's like, no, it'll make or break any type of relationship.
And something I like to say a lot is in the absence of a story, someone will create one. And that's what I caught myself doing a lot. Is like creating my own stories in my mind of things, of the way people were feeling about me and the way that feelings were. But things, as far as the show though, the show went great. I feel like the show went.
Oh, I am
so fantastic this season.
Beyond proud of us.
We'll get there. Sorry, I'm going too far. But yeah. So what has been your favorite part of our friendship in the last year? Or in 2026, let's just say that.
2026?
Because that's when we started the new season. I consider a new season as when episode 1 launched. Episode 1 of the season launched.
I think our just the vulnerability that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, like as you mentioned, like we had a rough patch and we worked through it. But I think for me also, I was proud of you, but I was also proud of myself just because I was like, I need to like communicate more or whatever I needed. Like old me would have just been like, okay.
Right.
And then now I'm like, no, Jake, you need to communicate.
Yeah. I think the most surprising, I think that was the last really like deep conversation we had where it was like we felt both like really sad, but it was when you were like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever done that with me before.
Yeah.
Ever.
I haven't.
Mm-mm. But you were like, we need to talk.
We need to talk.
I felt like I was going to the principal's office.
Fuck. Like, fuck, what did I do now?
I'm like, no, we knew what was happening. We had already gone through it. We'd already like had a full like,
yeah.
You had screamed to me already.
Oh, Alcohol was involved, yeah. What about you?
What do you mean, what about me? That was my question. I already answered. What do you mean, what about me?
What about you? What was your
Oh,
what was your favorite part of the past year for our friendship?
you know what? Actually, it's gonna be so random. Uh, the night when we hung out for Fiesta. That same day we were just talking about with the dolls in the last episode.
Yeah.
About being at Fiesta that day, because it was the one day, which I want to do again today. We're hanging out today. I want to just be grateful for the season. Because that time, remember, we were like, we're going to be grateful for where we are. Yeah. We had an explosive first part of the season.
Yep.
And I was like, and you were really like, I am going to let you, we're going to have this conversation, and we're going to really, really, really just be grateful for what we have in the show.
Yeah.
That was my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Which I want to recreate today.
Man, a favorite moment. I don't even know a favorite moment.
I don't know if that was the question, but that's the question I wanted to answer.
Yeah, no.
Because
I'm thinking about
it was a moment that we had reached a milestone. Do you remember?
Yes.
And I had told you, and I like grabbed you, and we like hugged for like a good 3 minutes.
Yep.
That was like, I was like, this is what I did this for.
Yeah. It will probably be that moment.
Yeah.
Like I remember where
you're like,
we
I forgot it existed.
No.
We were at actually, the Green Lantern. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Actually, one of the most favorite moments is actually last night at dinner. I think, and we didn't even necessarily like talk about it, but we knew we were there to celebrate us.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, and I told you, I was like, look, I need you to help me like celebrate because if not, it's a checkbox.
Yeah.
And so we purposely went out to dinner and like made sure we celebrated like our win as the best podcast of San Antonio. By the way, which we're
so grateful for.
But yeah, so grateful for. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite moments too. Even though like we didn't necessarily like talk about it at dinner. I mean, we were just like geeking, right?
We could have. I mean, it's
we
not that we
could
were,
have.
but we also hadn't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, so we're just like
without. Do you consider this a job?
It's. I don't think I would.
I do, but I don't consider. I don't. You're like, it's not paying me enough.
I kid you not, and I hope that doesn't come off bad.
We know you. If anybody's watched the season, they know that all you money talks with you.
This is like I don't want to say the word. I mean, it's almost like a hobby is how I see it.
Yeah, I consider it a job. So when I'm working with you and we're doing the show, to me, that's not quality time together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So as an example, I had seen your husband a lot the last few weeks.
Yeah.
But yesterday he was like, I feel like I haven't seen you. I'm like, yes, because it doesn't count. It doesn't count when I'm here filming.
That's true.
Not that I don't love being in your presence and I don't love filming the show.
Right.
But you and I talk about things that we'd never say on here. That not in a bad way, but just like friendship.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like we're like literally able to, and not saying that I put up guards, but like
you put up guards.
I won't say. There are stuff that I'll say.
Not everything's made for camera. There's still something sacred about our friendship, which I also love too. I love that we've maintained our friendship in the same way, because there were some times where I felt like our friendship was evolving and I was scared of what was going to happen at the other end. But I love the way that our friendship has evolved.
What I'm curious, like what moments or what was happening
when we had disagreements.
Okay,
when we had disagreements, I was like, maybe this is how a friendship ends. Like that's what I was telling myself. Like, Kendrick, you have to be okay if this is the end of a friendship. The beginning of the end of a friendship.
Got it. Okay.
And they're going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. They were like, wait, is there going to be season 3?
But just like disagreements. You just don't know if this is going to be something. And it wasn't, look, the things that we're talking about are not even remotely close to being, there was no betrayal. There was he wasn't sleeping with my man. I wasn't sleeping with his. It was nothing of that. Nothing of the sort.
Nothing.
It was nothing like that. So, but that's what I mean. But in those moments, you just have, which I'll go into in segment 2, is like I have a lot. I didn't realize until recently how much friend trauma I have.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I have a lot of friend trauma.
I think as far as also like, we're talking a lot about ourselves, but like in the gay community, sometimes I just wonder like, why can't gays just be happy for one another?
Because they're not happy with themselves.
That makes me extremely sad, actually.
I think that's what it is. I mean, think about it. When did you first start like really loving your world and loving your environment, or starting to love your world or starting to love your environment? It's when you started to love yourself. That's how you get there.
Yeah.
So free therapy for everybody.
How do people get there though? Like
therapy. A lot of therapy, a lot of self-talk. A lot of people cannot be alone with themselves, like with their thoughts, with their feelings, talking and actually saying out loud what it is that's bothering them. if you go through my notes right now, you see all the things that are bothering me. I'm like, let me write it out, and like,
oh yeah,
and it's
yeah.
agonizing.
Once you put it like on paper,
but it's agonizing because you're like, you're looking at yourself and you're almost embarrassed of how upset you are.
Yeah,
you're like, this is really embarrassing that I'm upset about this one thing, and then
oh,
you
got
realize,
it, yeah.
is it important? Do I continue? Is it bothering me so much because I really want to fix it,
Right?
or is it bothering me so much, but it's also not worth my time and petty, so you can move on?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of therapy. A lot of therapy.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. We hope you're enjoying the episode just as much as we love to film it. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on all platforms. We're at JKButGay. You can take a moment to pause this episode right here to go subscribe and follow us. And without further ado, let's get back to the episode.
So we're back. I wanted to talk about friendships because I realized, like, in our disagreements, that I have a lot of like friend trauma.
Let's talk about it.
No, have you ever gone through a friend breakup?
I'm privileged to say I haven't in a way that like would impact me.
No.
Yes, I'm not necessarily close to people that I once spoke to.
Right.
But it's like my core group of friends, like from high school, like I still talk to all of them.
Have you ever lost a best friend? Both either leaving the world or like not, like we're not gonna be friends anymore.
No,
okay.
I haven't.
To me, friend breakups are worse than relationship breakups.
Yeah, I can imagine.
To me, it feels like, I guess because you feel like you are building something with a friend in a way that you don't have to worry about the drama of relationships, but there's still things that like happened. Yeah. And it's just like, I have been more heartbroken about friends. I have been more heartbroken about not having friends anymore or like losing friendships than I've ever been with relationships. By far.
And it like, how have you seen it manifest?
So in multiple ways. I think for the first time, I've talked about my friend Joseph who passed away. He and I were really close, especially in the last few months of his death. Yeah. And we were really close. And I think losing him made me realize like because I was heartbroken for so many months, but like years, I would say. I think I'm still sort of heartbroken about it, but I think I was so like paralyzed and not able to move forward with anything for such a long time after. Yeah. That it made me be like, wow, am I investing too much in friends that this can happen? But it was also death. You know what I mean? So it was very different.
Yeah. There's that grief that's added to
it. And then I went through a friend breakup in the middle of COVID, like right after I got engaged. Like I had a friend who I was really close to, and she and I were friends for about 10 years. And we kind of fell out and apart. I was in her wedding. I was like her man of honor. I was in her wedding and we just like had a falling out, but I, to this day, could never tell you what it was about. I don't know what it was about. She just like started becoming distant, started like being like super standoffish with me. I went to her hometown in South Texas for her bridal shower or like her wedding shower, right? And I got there on Friday to help her get everything set up and do everything. She didn't talk to me or like respond to my text message until like Saturday, like right before the event. So I should have known then, right? And at the wedding, it was just kind of weird. And then she came to my engagement, like, which was 2 months later, but then we never talked again after that. And I still to this day don't know what happened.
Would you want
to? Yes and no. I say yes because I just want to know what happened.
You wanted to close that
chapter, what went on.
Or closure, yeah.
Yeah, but also I have found amazing friends since then, you included, that I just am like, I didn't deserve that. Whatever the issue was, whatever the problem was, I know that we would have a conversation in a way, so it helped me grow. Yeah. And I think it was because I became friends with somebody else temporarily who she had an issue with. And I think that's what it was. But they were like we were like in COVID. We were living at the same apartment complex when we were like at COVID. But then he and I had drama too. And the very last night that we hung out when there was a bunch of drama was the night I met you and Roger. So to me, it's like a full circle moment. Yeah, you knew this, no?
I don't know. I don't think it was that. I don't think I realized it was that.
You didn't realize they were all, yeah.
Because I remember it happened like very close in time to one another.
Yeah, literally like there was like drama happened behind me and I pulled my husband to meet you to kind of leave the drama. And like that's when we said hi to you. And when we went to brunch the next week. Yeah. It was like a whole thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so heavy.
I know. So I didn't realize until recently how much like friend trauma I had until you and I started going through things.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this has nothing to do with Jake. Nothing to do at all. Because I was realizing that I was thinking that the world thought that I was a disposable friend. Because in my mind, I still deal with a lot of trauma with my first friend that passed, even though it has nothing to do with anything. It wasn't anybody's fault.
Right.
I still felt like that was my friend that was taken from this earth.
Right.
And it's me that's the disposable friend. And then this other friend who didn't ever tell me a reason why. Yeah. So I was like, I'm just a disposable friend to everybody. Oh. And I didn't realize that until recently, where I was like, I still have a lot of things to work through when it comes to friends, because I feel like that disposable friend. Because in the things that we were having, and I thought that you felt I was a disposable friend. And then I think I told you this, where I was like, I'm making you pay for something that has nothing to do with you. Yeah. Or where did we talk about that? I talked about that in the car. Yes. Yeah. Where I told you, I'm like, you were having to deal with things that have nothing to do with you. And yeah, I think I think people just need to pay attention more when they like lose friends, and like really know that it's like, it can really damage you for a long time. Because I lost my friend Joseph, I lost 13 years ago. Okay. And this other friend I lost 5 years ago. Yeah. Both very different, right? Recent, yeah. But still, it's 6 years ago. Still, it's just, it's really interesting. And I also have there's just this thing where you don't keep. I saw a statistic one time that stayed in my mind, where you don't keep friends longer than 10 years, and if you do, they're friends for a lifetime.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I lost that friend at 10 years, and so my mind, I'm like, oh my God, is
both of them?
Is this gonna? No. The other one, we were only friends for. We had only known each other for about 4 years.
Okay, got it.
But in my mind, I was like, damn, this is what's gonna happen now. I'm only gonna get to a certain point, and then I'm gonna be disposable again to another friend. So got it. It was only 2 friendships, and it wasn't even that bad. But I don't know why it stuck with me.
We still have 5 years.
Some of us know when to plan jokes and when to say jokes, and when to work. You know what? It's okay, Jake. I'm gonna forget this joke in 5 minutes. You'll be deciding if you want to put it in the show or not. Then we'll see who wins. Anyway, so I have a question though. Now that I've spilled my tea, you have a question for me?
Looking back, and I know Joseph is vastly different, right? Because that was
he passed.
That one. He was taken away from you.
Yeah.
What are some things that friends do what are the red flags that bad friends do, basically?
For me, it's when a friend starts acting different around different people. That's always my sign to me.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I can always tell, and it there's something about it that really irks me, because I'm like, either you're being fake with them or you were being fake with me.
When they basically code switch. Is it code? No,
it's not even code switching. To me, it's almost like I'm trying to give you the version of myself that I think you'll like.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I'm or the version that the crowd's gonna like, right? Or the version that the environment is gonna like. Which that's different than code switching. Code switching is to me is about sometimes about safety. It's about making sure I'm good, making sure that you're not giving yourself completely to everybody, because that's not what you should be doing.
Yeah,
that's not what that is. To me, it's when you're changing yourself in an environment to be
so that they will like you.
To be a pick me.
Yeah, not a pick me bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think makes
a red flag?
You're like, I have all my friends, so I don't have any red flags. I've kept all my friends. Do you think you've kept all your friends because... Do you think you would keep all your same friends if you opened up with them as much as you do with me? I think the answer is yes, but I want to make sure you think that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And
because you're close to different friends in different ways,
right?
Which I think is really. So I think you're open in all ways. So
not open.
Yeah, they know that. I'm sure you are.
I'm trying to think of a red flag. I mean, a red flag that friends do. I mean, just when they're. I mean, this is a given, but when they don't want to spend time with you.
Who doesn't want to spend time with you?
Nobody. No, I'm just saying.
It's hypothetical.
No, I'm just saying that would be a red flag.
Yeah.
What to look for or. Something that a bad friend would do, but what was the other question that you had?
For me, do you think friends should always tell the truth?
Yes. Well, it's so hard because
should friends always be transparent? Should friends always be transparent?
I would say yes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
like transparent in what
I mean, tell them everything because there was something that happened recently that I didn't tell you about. It's literally not even a big deal. It's really so small. But I felt like I was hiding something from you.
Oh.
And I was talking to my friend, my chat friend, and they were like, no. You want him to know so that you feel better about yourself, not because it's gonna help any situation. It's something so petty. You're gonna laugh your you're gonna laugh your ass. I don't know if you're gonna laugh, but now that I feel like if I tell you, I'm not listening to chat's advice.
Oh, because it's told you not. It told
me that if I tell you, I'm doing it
for yourself,
right, rather than like what would be best for the friendship. Because friendship doesn't require full transparency if it's not damaging anybody.
That's basically why I teeter-totter on like saying yes and no, because I'm like, if it's not gonna hurt you, like, do I? I probably won't. Like,
What?
I'm not gonna tell you like what I ate today.
Why? Oh, right.
Like,
Sorry.
Unless you ask.
I was thinking about where you were going with that, but it was like,
oh no. Like I'm basically, what's the word? Retweeting what you just said.
Got it.
I don't know how to say it.
But because I felt like a bad friend for not telling you that I was laughing about something that had to do with us.
Oh,
so I felt like I was laughing behind your back, and then that's what it was like. You're not obliged to tell him everything, especially if you realize that it was done in bad judgment.
Yeah, like even if you thought about it, like
with
what you would have sent and like how that would have made me feel.
I know that wouldn't have made, but I get that too.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it would have bothered you, but it was the part that I laughed about it because I was like crying laughing, and then once I
had you already made it?
What do you mean?
Photo? Or you made it because of that? What I sent you?
That's why I made it.
Oh, you made it because of
I made it for the joke.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I made it for the joke, but instead of sending it to you, I was immediately thought about it. I'm like, and then I avoided you.
I
didn't notice. He's like, you just shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to remember, like, if I noticed.
It was like a Monday and Friday.
Like from a Monday to a Friday?
It was a Sunday night that it happened, and it was a Monday until like a Wednesday when I talked through it and was like, all right, I can't be like this.
Oh,
because at that point I was like, I'm punishing him for something he has no idea about.
I will be honest. I think because this was like a week or two ago, right?
It was the week that you finished the episode, like really early. It's like a Monday or so.
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
It was then.
Yeah.
It was then.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I felt so bad.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't feel, not that I did.
It was during the week. It was during the week.
And so I think in my mind, I was like, oh, he's like his work. Cause I know like how your work is.
But I was spiraling, girl.
Don't do that.
I was spiraling. Cause I felt like a horrible friend.
Do that.
And but it also taught me a lot about transparency. Like you don't have to tell your friends everything as long as it's not hurting them.
Yeah.
As long as you're not doing anything maliciously and you're not hurting them.
Agreed.
But on the topic of transparency though, a lot of you've mentioned before, like I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to feel a certain way. I also friends don't need to think for your friends.
Right.
Like I don't need you to think for me. We can all be adults about the situation, all hear things. So if you know something about me, you better tell me.
I will.
You better tell me immediately.
Immediately. But before going on to the last segment, can someone be a good person and a bad friend?
Yes. I know plenty of great people that just are not good friends. But because I think a lot of friendship deals with you shouldn't treat people the way they want to be treated. Or the way that hang on.
You heard it here first, y'all.
No. So you shouldn't treat people the way that you want to be treated. You should treat people the way they want to be treated. And I think it's hard for people to get there sometimes mentally.
Yeah.
And so I think you can be a good person and just not be a good friend. I think you're a great person.
That took me a second. 5 years.
Could you be a great friend but a bad person?
Could you be a great? Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's interesting because like even when you saying that like don't treat people the way you want to be treated, treat them the way that they want to be treated. I think of like how I like at work, right? Like I have 6 different people under me. All of them are vastly different.
Yeah.
And so like I've had to learn like how do they take feedback? How do they want to be noticed? How do they want to be,
left alone?
Left alone. Like, do they want the autonomy? Do they need the hand holding and things of that nature? So I think it's very very true. And having that EI is like very important, I feel like, too. Also in a friendship, but it's something that some people have, some people don't. You can learn it.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
Really?
Mm-mm.
You don't think you can learn EI?
Mm-mm.
Emotional. Oh, yeah, no, I guess you're right.
Mm-mm.
I mean, unless you like go to like therapy.
Yeah. You
like
can
in
grow.
that sense. Yeah. You can like grow, but
I've tried for how long have I known you?
5 years. Oh, you're trying to go bitch.
He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So wait, for segment 3, I wanted to talk about give us a little recap of the season.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's been a fantastic season.
It has been an amazing season full with amazing guests.
Yes, our show has grown. I did the math. Like I had to do our math. Our
I
show.
love this.
Our show has grown times 7 since since the first day of the season. So just the season, right? And then more past that. So we got a lot of new fans, a lot of new. It sounds even crazy saying that, but what has been your favorite moment of season so far? Or now that it's over, what has been your favorite moment of the season?
Oh my God, favorite moment. I really don't know if I can pinpoint one.
Yeah,
one moment specifically. I think the moment the one thing that's coming to my mind is when my husband was on it.
Yeah.
And one thing that I loved him, and I need to be better about this. Like I need to be better about celebrating things again. But like when he was so excited, like when his social clip did.
Girl, he went viral before us.
I know he was the first viral clip of the season.
Yeah.
But like I loved that because I loved seeing how excited he was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yes, like people love you. People love him. People are always asking like, bring Roger back on the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah. You're like, no, one time and one time only.
But I think that's the one thing that came to my mind right now as far as like what was a favorite moment of this past season. But what about for you?
I think for me, my favorite part was the weekend that we recorded our first 2 guest episodes that we didn't know. That was Influencer in Tejano when we recorded with Eric Lee and Jose Angel.
Yeah.
Because of how much we put into that and how much at the end it was just like, okay, we can't have guests.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't. This is before we knew how the episodes were going to perform.
Oh, yeah.
And how the clips were going to perform. I knew immediately when we were done, I was like, this is something I want to keep doing.
It was an exhausting weekend,
oh my
but
gosh,
it was so it was worth it. Like they're amazing people.
It made the interviews after so much easier.
Yes.
Of being able to like roll into things and seeing how nice they were with us and how not demanding. Not that they could have been if they wanted to be, but to be like, we just wanted to see your show grow and want y'all to move. And yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. That was one of my favorite moments. And I was talking to you about Jose Angel, the amount that he's grown since he was on the show. Man, when we reached out to him, he had like 50,000 followers. Now he has 300,000 plus followers. And people are making videos about him. We're going to post this so that he sees it. But when people are just making videos about him, and we just know that humble person that gave our show a chance. And it's just been beautiful to watch him sort of grow.
It's been amazing to see him grow. And then like how we'll text each other and like be like,
celebrating each other's wins,
successes.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
still working on it. This is
it.
before his summer fling days. Now he has a summer fling going, and all of our guests, even Eric becoming like Eric has been like a friend of ours. Eric Lee's been a friend of ours now, and we didn't know him before the show,
right?
And sort of having those moments. We had the dolls recently, having them too, getting to know them. So I think just bringing other people into our space. And I think one of the dolls told us recently that they didn't realize that our show was so new. And I was like, I took that as a compliment because of how established we've been able to get it in a little over a year.
Yeah. And it's only been a year and 3 months?
Yeah.
And here we are. Time 7 is wild though.
Yeah. Since the beginning of the season. If you talk about like from the end of last season to this season, it's even bigger.
So since the first episode until now, 7 times
our
larger.
show has grown 7 times larger.
I was actually gonna ask that. Like, how has it shown? How much has it shown? Talking about like how the growth of our show. But now that you said it all,
no. But the growth of the show has been phenomenal.
Yes,
it's been worth it. It's been. I think we always knew we had a product.
Yeah.
But seeing the reaction to the product, really start to flourish. Yeah. And seeing the people, everybody who watches the episode in the hours after it comes out, that's waiting for it on Thursdays, thank you so much. Yes. It means so much to us. And the fact that you're like, people are just like loving our product, it just makes me feel good. And I just love it so much. Yes. But did you have any big lessons that you learned from any of our guests?
No.
No.
I'm just kidding.
They were all boring.
What is a lesson? I mean, like, this sounds, I don't know if it's gonna sound like bad or not, but like, it's not a life lesson, but like, I learned how to do it more organically myself. Like throughout the season, I was nervous because like I didn't know how I was gonna be with guests. Like, was I gonna be good enough? Was I gonna be a good interviewer and all of that? And I still have those doubts in my head.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
You grow,
but I'm growing in that space as far as understanding like how to work it. Because with us, for me and you, like when we're doing this now, this feels so natural to me. Like it feels like so like.
Right.
We're gonna turn the camera on. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then when we have a guest, I had to teach myself and also tell myself like, Jake, you can do this, but also like teach myself and how, what does that look like for myself? And I think that's how I've grown individually through this season.
Yeah. That was my second question. I think you answered it.
Oh, what was the second question?
What's the biggest lesson you learned for yourself?
It's that.
Yeah. So for me, the biggest lesson that I've learned from our guest is how far authenticity can go.
Yes.
Because some of all the people we've had on our show are authentically themselves. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're so successful. That's why they're in the spaces that they're in. That's why they're seeing the successes that they're having in this world.
Yeah.
Because of their authenticity. So it challenges me to make sure that I'm maintaining my authenticity with my little bitty show as it continues to grow.
Yes. I'm same. And I always want to, and I think I've been telling myself more recently too, just, with the guests and seeing how they are on their platform, whatever that is. But making sure I maintain my humility through it all. Like no matter where we go, how, obviously like we're giving our all, like, and we're growing and we're going to continue to grow. But I want to make sure, and I've constantly told myself that like remain human, but also like humble. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson for me that I've learned about myself is that I can do this, because I didn't know with the interviewers if I was going to be good.
Right.
And I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle
amazing.
it. And I was like, I can do this. That was the biggest lesson. And then like how much energy it takes to be great.
Yes.
I think a lot of things that have happened in my life have come naturally. Mm-hmm. And this is not something natural. I'm activating natural parts of my own mind. Yep. But the next level, taking it to the next step, how I'm tired, y'all.
Yeah. And I will say something that you mentioned earlier or throughout something that happened this season that stayed with me, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you because like it happened, or like you see your own growth, was when you went to go to give that presentation for work. Yeah. And you're like, it felt so easy.
My speaking skills have gotten much better.
Yes.
Not that I ever considered myself a bad speaker, but being able to just flow and go with it and roll with it. Right. I went to one conference where I spoke and was like, that was nothing. Spoke for 30 minutes. Like,
and just like,
yep, let it roll.
And I'm sure everyone loved it.
Let it roll. Are you noticing any difference in the way that you handle things or the way that you do things?
I mean, more of my time management aspect of it all.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, because like I know, like I don't want to, we have our 9 to 5s, and then I don't want to constantly, I love the show, but like I need to have my time with my husband. I need to have time to do other stuff, go work out,
time for each other,
right?
Which are not show related.
So yeah, like just like for like today, we're gonna celebrate, or no, we're gonna like decompress almost, but like by going to the pool.
Are you gonna cheers with me? You better, because you already did. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, but question.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what our plans are? Or is this it? Are we ending the season here? Or is this the series finale?
No, absolutely not.
Jake is renewing us for season 3.
Be a season 3. We haven't worked out all the details, but that's gonna come.
Why do you want to do season 3?
I love what we're doing.
Yeah.
I love what we have.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I want to continue growing on it. I think it's because, excuse me. I think because like, I really do believe in us, and I really believe in all of this. And I want to continue.
When will you know it's time to finish?
That's a great question.
I think about this all the time.
That's a great question. I don't have an answer right now.
And you don't have to,
because right in this moment I wouldn't want it to.
Yeah, me either.
That's all.
Me either. But for me, if I didn't think I had any more to give it, that's when I would know.
Got it.
That's why I want to do season 3, because I feel like we have so much more that we can do and we can give and the guests that we can have on and the experiences that we can have. That's why I'm most excited because I think there's still so much for if we stopped right now, I feel like we would be like stopping at the moment when we're just like really going well. And it would be like we're stopping in a moment where it doesn't make sense, and I would feel regret the rest of my life if we did. Oh. So I'm glad we're not gonna do that. I'm glad Jake renewed me. Yeah, Jake renewed us for season 3. We don't know if we're gonna do a holiday. Jake about holiday. Yeah. We don't know if we're doing that yet, just because it's been a really exhausting season in a good way.
Mm-hmm, in the most positive way.
We've been working nonstop since early March. We both have full-time jobs, and after that is over, we work on the show all the time. Yep. It's always constantly working on something. So we're going to try to take our own advice and take some time to rest. Yes. We're going to Chicago next week. We're going to rest immediately after this. We're going to have a nice little dinner. Yes. And go to the pool and just enjoy ourselves. But I wanted to finish this season by just telling you how much I love you.
I love you too.
And how much you mean to me and how grateful I am for every moment of this season that I've got to spend with you, because it has been one of the highlights of my life. Mm-hmm. And I'm just so grateful for you and for you sharing the space for me and for all of our fans. We are proof that you can be gay and be happy with yourself and be happy with your friends. And this is what I did this for this moment right here. And I love you so much.
I love you.
You okay?
You made me cry.
It's okay. We haven't cried all season, girl. Anything else you want to say to sign us off?
Thank you to all of our guests that have been on for season 2.
You're like, thank you. Oh God, to all of our guests.
I don't know why. I don't know. My body like literally like tenses up when I feel like I'm about to cry in front of somebody.
You're okay.
Anyways. But seriously, no, thank you to all of our guests. Thank you to all of our new amazing followers. Any of y'all that watch us. Yeah. We couldn't do this without y'all. We're so immensely proud of what we've built, what we're building, I will say, what we've done. And I love you.
I love you more. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're everywhere. And
go check out you can check us out online. We'll put updates on the website. So jkbookgay.com. We have merch also. So
yes.
We'll probably have some time to actually do that. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of rebooting and a lot of figuring out what's next. But thank you all for joining us. And we will see you for sure for season 3. But thank you all so much.